Hi guys. I'm so excited to see you guys today. It is so hot here in the village and I have my door open. I switched off the fan because I want you guys to be able to hear me because I know in my last video it was hard and if you listened to it till the end, I love you and I'm sorry, but don't worry, I'm gonna invest in a mic very soon and things will get better. But anyway, today I wanted to talk to my ladies. I wanted to talk to my girls, and if you're a guy watching this is also useful. But I see this a lot within us girlfriends, us girls and ladies and friends. And what I'm coming to notice, actually I've noticed this for a long time, but it's just now that I'm finally speaking about it, the envy that we have for each other. It's like the same thing with the Black community. We're not, we scream at the top of our lungs how powerful we are, how angelic and majestic we are, and how we were just made of royalty, like we're the chosen race or whatever. But we don't act like that. We don't act like that at all. We hate each other. We hate our fellow brothers and sisters for being more educated, for being articulate, and telling them they're being white and all that. Like, it needs to stop. It's 2025. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. And another thing that, like, I was afraid of being on social media because I'm a South African, born and raised, but I don't sound like my fellow South Africans. They just look at me and they think, oh, you already have these conclusions that you made about me. And you know what? We're all going to be that. We're all going to do that because it's a natural thing for human beings. We look at you and we assess you. We assess, we sense your aura. We sense how you present yourself. And we're obviously going to have some idea that we have about you. But keep in mind that you could be wrong, Always leave room for the possibility of you being mistaken, okay? And, wow, I need to fan myself. It is hot. I am melting. I'm glowing, but I'm melting. I'm melting and it's not even funny. Anyway, just look at the difference. I am melting away. With my makeup is melting away as well. Like, I want us girls, I want us ladies, okay, I want us women to stop being so petty, to stop being so vile. And whatever you envy in another girl, it is just a part of you calling out to you that this is what I want for us. And I want you to look at another woman, and whatever you see in her that makes you feel envy and jealousness, realize that that's just a dream that you have within yourself that you are too ashamed to say out loud and too ashamed to accept yourself. That this is something that you desire. Because it's not wrong, use jealousy as a tool to help you about what you want to work on within yourself. You know what I mean? If you are around women who sound more articulate than you and you kind of feel small, you kind of feel stupid just because they sound smart or they are smart, baby, then just ask them questions, get to know how they live, get to know what books they read, what content they consume themselves with to become such articulate and intellectual people. It's okay to ask. And I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not going to feel like I'm above you. I never feel that way about anybody, and I see everyone just as another expression of God, because we're all different expressions of God. We're all different images of God. We're God in every different shape and flavor and style and aesthetic. That's how I view people. So I never think that I'm above somebody just because I'm more articulate than them, because as someone who even started learning foreign languages, I've realized, because when I've noticed that people around me, especially people who are as articulate as me, I admit that people who are articulate and intellectual sometimes can be a bit narcissistic and be full of themselves. I've been around people like that. So I do get where you're coming from when you judge us like that. But at the same time, it's like, give me the benefit of the doubt, Have your assumptions, but leave room to be mistaken, because you're not always going to be right, And like I said, I've met people like that who they come across a person who's not as well articulate in the English language as they are. Like, we live in South Africa, we have 11 languages, 11 official spoken languages in my country. But if we come across someone who doesn't know English very well, we immediately associate that with being retarded and dim-witted, which is not the case. You're not stupid just because you don't know how to speak English. Because, like I said, as someone who learns foreign languages, I've met people who I could have. Like I said, I'm learning Korean currently, so I've had Korean friends and I've had very intellectual Korean conversations with them. But when they start to speak English, they get kind of shy, they get kind of scared, and they stutter, which is the same thing I do when I speak Korean. I am literally melting. Wow. Which is the same thing that I do when I start speaking Korean. And that made me realize that, just because you don't speak a language well enough doesn't mean you're not smart and you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it's just hard to express what you're talking about, and it's hard to, what's the word I'm looking for? Express what you're trying to say. But that doesn't mean you're dumb, okay? And like I said, if there's something within a person that you see that you feel envious about or you wish you could have that, realize that it's them telling you that this is something you can have as well. If you see someone winning the trophy, winning the award, or getting the job that you want, they're trying to show you that this is possible for you too. And I want you to think, when you look at that person, if it's possible for them, then it's possible for me. Because literally that's all it is. They're just there to show you that you can get this too. They're not showing you how impossible it is for you. They're showing you how possible it is for you to get that, to be that, to have that. So I don't want you to look at other women in disgust and in envy, because that's not what we're here for. We're literally here to show each other what is possible, what we can do. We are inspiring each other just by being ourselves. So hating each other it's not great. It's not going to benefit us, especially if we want to be respected as women. Women don't even respect each other. I've met a lot of women and I've met women who, I don't know, I'm not saying this is all light-skinned people, but even with my light-skinned friends, we call them yellow bones in my country. It's not a racist slur, it's not a racial slur. It's just, it's what we call them. Cheese girl, cheese boy, because they're yellow. But I've had friends with, a lighter skin tone than me, and when I first meet them, I'm a very reserved person. I mean, it's only now that I'm starting to embrace my femininity a bit more. But, growing up, I was not really rushing to be grown. I wasn't doing my hair, wearing makeup. I only started doing all these things in my 20s. So when they first meet me, they think, oh, I'm this insecure, dark-skinned girl who doesn't feel comfortable because she's never chosen or never seen, I'm the Duff. You remember that movie, The Duff? The Designated Ugly Fat Friend. So a lot of them would assume that I'm a Duff. And when they get to know me and they realize, no, I'm comfortable in my skin, I'm comfortable with my dark skin tone, I'm comfortable with not wearing makeup, I'm comfortable with not doing anything that other girls my age are currently into, they start treating me a certain way. And it's it happens within the first few weeks of us hanging out. Because the first time we meet, I'm we're kind to each other, we're humble, we're friendly, right? And I love raising women up. Okay, you will hear me compliment you. I love love and I love spreading love, and one of my favorite love languages is words of affirmation. Okay, so I will admire your beauty. Trust me, I will admire every single thing about you that you feel like you hate. I will love, and I'll be so obsessed with it and tell you every single day. I love it when you smile. It just makes my heart feel so warm. I feel so healed just by seeing you smile. You have such a stunning smile. I want to see you smile more often. And I would say that to you, and I would, compliment you all the time. But that doesn't mean I'm thinking less of myself. And a lot of the times that's what my friends would assume, that I'm showering them with all these compliments, and I'm thinking that I'm not any of that. I don't think I'm pretty. I don't think I'm good enough or worthy of anything. Yes, I struggle with that sometimes, but I'm not insecure to that extent. You know what I mean? So once they realize that, oh, she's actually confident, she's actually sure of herself, and you'll find that they put on makeup because they feel insecure. And I only put on makeup because it's fun, and look how, look. This is cute. This is a cute look right here. So for me, putting on makeup is exciting. And it's not because I feel insecure, but for the girls around me, they would put makeup because they feel insecure. And when they realize that I'm out here being as confident as they could only be if they had makeup on, they start hating me. And that's how I would lose my friends. I find it hard to understand why other women are offended if that happens to them. Like if I'm walking with my friend and the guys are hollering at her, not at me, I'll just be protective of my friend, you know? If she wants to speak to that person if like a guy approaches her and she feels uncomfortable, then I will stand in front of her and be like, no, back off. But if she's smiling and she's welcoming, I'd be like, okay, girl, I'm gonna give y'all space. Like, I'm gonna walk ahead. Y'all can talk. I'm not gonna feel offended. Like, why didn't he choose me? And there are girls who literally do that. It's 2025. We are grown. We cannot let men dictate our worth. Just because you're not getting the whistles doesn't mean you're not pretty. It doesn't mean you're not worthy. It doesn't mean anything. It literally does not mean anything. Everything is meaningless in this world. We are the ones that give things meaning. I hope you understand what I'm saying. We are the ones that give things meaning. This is just a cup. It's just coffee, you know? But to me, this is my life source. Without coffee, I'm a corpse. I give meaning to this. But this on its own, it's nothing. It's just liquid. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Everything in life has no meaning. We are the ones that give it meaning. It's like how a dragon might represent wealth and good fortune for you, but to another person it resembles evil, lust. You know, for you, a dragon might symbolize something evil, something ominous, something, you know, like bad fortune. And for me, it resembles good fortune. It resembles prosperity. It represents success and wealth for me, right? But without these meanings, it's just a creature. It literally is just a creature, just existing. So I hope, like, I'm all over the place when I'm saying this, but I hope you get what I'm saying, because this is just a pep talk between me and you, okay, girl? This is just me and you having a talk right now, and I need us to get over our insecurities and stop being insecure when we're around other women. I know human instincts, we all have that animal instinct in us as humans, that when we're surrounded by males, there's just this tiny thing in the back of our heads that want us to be the one that the males want to mate with the most. Scientifically, biologically, we all have that instinct. Even with men, they always feel the need to, you know, every man wants to be the alpha. Even with women, every woman wants to be the alpha, wants to be the most seen, the most loved, the most appreciated. We all have that instinct within us. But I need you to understand that we're not inferior or superior to each other. We're both infinite beings. We're both created by the same intelligence, the same God, the same spirit. We're all amazing. We're just different letters, different fonts, different colors of amazing, but we are amazing. We are majestic. We all are. And I want, when we look at each other, there's a quote that I love that says, the beauty that you see in another person, it's the beauty that you see within yourself. We need to stop bringing each other down as women. I need us to protect each other, okay? Because I've come across women who will pimp other women. I've experienced it myself. You're not safe with either gender, and that's not okay. And then there are women out there who lie about being victims, which makes actual victims too afraid to even speak up or stand up for themselves, because they're afraid that they're going to be painted in the same light as the girls who were crying wolf when there was no wolf. That is so unfair. That is so selfish and ugly. And we are above that as women. We are the female expressions of God, and we need to start acting like it, okay? We're over that. It's time to rise up to a higher frequency and see each other with love and inspiration, because that's what we're all here to do for each other, inspire each other. We're not here to envy each other, okay? And it's okay to admire somebody. It's okay to admire another female and love the way they speak and love the way they dress, even if maybe that's not how you want to dress, but it's okay to admire them. It's okay. You are okay. You don't have to hate them, and you don't have to fit in. Trust me, the kind of girls, the kind of female friendships that you're looking for, they're out there. We are out there, okay? You don't have to be around women that make you feel less than, women that are toxic, women that only want you around because you make them feel better about themselves, because they see you as inferior to them. I've been in those friendships, I know what it's like, and I've put my foot down, okay? I've broken up with so many of my female friends and male friends when I realized that you don't respect me like you say you do. And I've stayed at my boundaries one too many times, and you have overstepped those boundaries one too many times from both sides, male and female friendships. And how they respond to that will dictate the rest of the relationship going forward, whether it ends right there or we work something out. But just know that you are never alone. You never are alone. That's not true. That can never be true. It is literally impossible for that to be true. You are never alone, okay? The kind of people that you seek are around you, but they cannot find you because you're hiding too. You know what I mean? If you're hiding yourself and you're looking for people like you, they're gonna stare at you and be like, I'm not sure if she's that kind of person, because, and I'm not really in the space where I can risk my emotional and mental health to find out if she's the kind of person or she's the kind of friend that I want in my life, because you're hiding too, and you're both looking at each other with suspicion and uncertainty because you're both hiding. Your soul tribe is waiting for you to step out of that space that you know you don't belong in. You know? Focus on yourself, ladies. Work on you. Exercise because you love it, okay? Love your body. You don't have to have a six-pack. But your body supports you. Your body loves you. If there's anybody, if there's anything that is alive and breathing that loves you unconditionally, other than God, it is your body. Because she is making sure that you wake up. She is making sure that you go through your cycles. And it might be hell. For some women, it might be hell to go through the cycles, but your body is showing you love by keeping you alive. The fact that you can stretch your arms and giggle and laugh and hug your friend, the fact that you can touch your own hair and feel your own hair. There are people who have disabilities you could never, ever imagine. There are people who can't see, and you get to experience all these different colors in the world. You get to experience every different shade of a human being, the beauty that is in every different shade. And there are people who can't even see. There are people who can't even turn their heads like this, and you get to do that. There are people who can't walk, who can't jump, who can't run. They have legs, but they can't run. And you have legs that allow you to run. And you're not letting them do what they're here to do. You're oppressing your body. Focus on yourself, and trust me, you will glow, because I've done this myself. I focused on myself. I made myself the main character. I made Pinterest boards of myself. My hair, my eyes, my lips, my skin. So that I can see that, you know what I'm seeking, I already have. I just need to take care of what I have. You know? You already have a beautiful garden. Stop staring at your other friend's garden because you're too busy staring at hers, and yours is dying because it's not being fed. Love, light, water, it's not being fed. Because you're too focused on another person's garden, and you need to focus on yours, because yours is just as awe-inspiring. It is just as breathtaking. You just need to take care of it. That's all you need to do, babes. Take care of yourself. Focus on yourself, okay? You need to start setting boundaries. You need to, and here's another thing. Just because we are women, this is an important one. Just because we are women, do not touch another woman inappropriately. Just because we're both females doesn't mean you can touch my chest. Doesn't mean you can smack my ass. If we're not that close, if you're not friends like that, don't do it. Because some women are very uncomfortable with that. And you being a girl does not give you the green light to harass another female. That is sexual harassment. I need you to understand this, okay? Respect each other, please. Women, respect each other. Let's respect each other. We are better than what we think we are. Okay, we really are. And if you want to level up, level up. Level up. Nobody's stopping you. And if your community is going to hate you for leveling up, that's not your problem. Like I said, we often tend to see envy instead of realizing that we have secret desires. And the people that we see in front of us are projecting the desires that we have within ourselves. But we are too afraid to acknowledge it. And instead of acknowledging that, wow, this is what I secretly admire, you'd rather hate and be envious and jealous and try to destroy the very same person who's trying to show you that what's possible for them is possible for you. I hope you hear me. We need to let this go. The jealousy, the envy. We're letting each other down, bro. We're letting each other down. The fact that other women don't even feel safer on other women. That's what it's come to. We're not even safer on each other. Because one cries wolf when there is no wolf. And when I actually encounter a wolf, I can't even scream because of how many other women have cried wolf and there wasn't any wolf. That was a sheep that you turned into a wolf by your lies and deceit. And women, if you really say that you are as powerful as you are, which you are, please start acting like it. Remember, Superman doesn't go bragging that he's Superman. He knows he's Superman. He doesn't need to prove it, and you can just tell by looking at him. You can feel it. You can sense that this person is powerful. They don't need to scream it at the rooftops, okay? And you can do whatever you want. Listen, wear whatever you want. Dress however you want. Express yourself however you want. Just make sure it is authentically you. And make sure that it's not you trying to prove a point or trying to impress somebody. Make sure that whatever you're doing is nurturing your spirit. It's bringing you more love and more light. Don't do anything out of spite. And I know I'm human too, okay? I sometimes lose myself and do something out of spite. I sometimes get petty. But I always have to check myself that, listen, baby girl. And I am in a space where I can check myself like that and be like, listen, that you went out of line. And I'm able to approach people and tell them, listen, what I did there was stupid, it was petty, it was selfish, I was in my feelings, and I'm terribly sorry. I'm sincerely sorry for what I've done. You're not a fool for being so respectful. You're not a fool for being so kind-hearted. But you're also not a wimp. God did not create wimps. You are a human being, not a doormat, not a dog, okay? You are a human being, an expression of God, an image, and a reflection of all that is great in this world. You are that reflection, and I need you to start acting like that. I need you to start walking like that. I need you to start speaking like that. And even if you're having a bad day, I need you to check yourself. Because I've been around people and I would always tell them, like, listen, I know you're having a bad day, but when you called me to come here and see you, you were in good spirits and you were like, I miss you, I want to see you, I want to hang out with you. It's been forever, let's hang out. And when I show up, somebody already pissed you off. And now you look at me with disgust and just, you don't even want to deal with me. And I came all this way to see you. I had a situation like that and I had to tell my friend, like, listen, girl, that was not cool. I came here for you because you said you needed me here. You were going through something and you need me here. And now that I'm here and somebody pissed you off, you're throwing all that energy onto me. And I came all this way to see you. I understand if you're upset. You could have just told me, listen, babe, I'm upset. Some guy pissed me off. Some dude pissed me off. This and this just happened. And we can just talk through it. And we can be okay. We need to change. It needs to stop. Don't be mad at another woman for being educated. Don't be mad for another woman for being more conservative than you are. If you're mad at her, that means there's a part of you that feels guilty for not being as conservative as she is. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just letting you know that there's something within you that you need to work on. And I know it's hard. I mean, that's why we have each other. Because it's hard, we're all human, we all struggle with these things. But how are you going to open up to people if you are just a hypocrite and a salty, bitter person? How are you going to find those people if that's the kind of person that you are? You're rejecting them quite literally with your spirit. So remember what I said. When you look at another woman and you feel like there's something that they have that you want to have, don't receive it as jealousy. Transmute that energy into inspiration. I love that she's this big and she's so comfortable in wearing things like this, and I'm not even that big, but I'm so scared because, I don't feel pretty, and she's showing you that you can be confident. Why are you mad? Why are you trying to fight her? Why are you trying to bring her down to your level when you're supposed to rise up to her? That's what she's trying to show you. She's showing you that, listen, babe, she's not probably saying it to your face, but she's probably telling you, listen, babe, I'm here, come join me. Not come fight me, come join me. Not come beat me, come join me. That's all it is, babes. That's all it is.